Hey, it's just Jill. Something that I've already brought up a couple times, but have been on my mind is I'm coming up on my 1 year anniversary of when I shaved my head. It happened at the end of March in 2024, and this is almost a year of hair growth. It's like the first day of March when I'm recording this right now, so it's just something that's been on my mind. I mean, I cared a lot for my hair. It was like a really pampered pet. I fed it, I watered it, I was taking prenatal since 2011. I had all these serums and whatever non-paraben, all these special, whole ingredient shampoos and everything. And I took really excellent care of my hair. It's something that I enjoy talking about. I ate extra protein just to make sure that my hair came in extra thick. I mean, it's already thick as it is, but after I had my son in October, my hair started falling out pretty bad. And, I was breastfeeding for the first time. My first son was a formula fed boy, so I got over my hormones in about a year, but my hair started falling out really bad by the time March came around, and it was 3 foot long. So imagine, the hair that you have to clean up as it is right now with whatever length that you've got. Imagine your hair being 3 feet long, and it's everywhere. Wherever you go, you don't know when your hair drops, but it's like you're almost like leaving a trail. And so that was something that made my partner pretty mad, because he was always, it was getting tangled in everybody's toes and everything. And so I was getting pressured more and more to keep my hair tied up, or to it was bad. Just how aggressive things were getting because of my hair loss, and I couldn't help it. I just had a baby, and so I ended up posting it online to sell it, because at that point we didn't have employment. We just got in a car wreck. Our car was towed away, and we were needing income to make ends meet. So I ended up getting online, reputable hair sites, but the site that I went on didn't have all the details of what to look out for scammers and everything. I was pointed to that website later on, but anyway, I listed my hair. Someone offered me a higher price, and that person was named Kate Jones, or Catherine Jones. She seems to go by multiple things. She has scammed a lot of people. She sent me a lot of pictures proving that she was legitimate, and it was a lot of people, mostly Mexican ladies, and I'm half Mexican, so they all had beautiful hair like mine. Super long, beautiful hair. Looks like one of the women was from Hawaii, another one was from like Alabama or Texas or whatever. So there's Americans and people who weren't living in America, and she's been doing this scam since at least 2002. Like, I don't know. I guess it's like a humiliation video thing where they just like have you record yourself shaving your head, and they promise that they're going to send you the money, and then they are like, oh, we need to check your scalp, we can't send you any money until we make sure that your scalp is healthy or whatever. All a bunch of bullshit. Never cut your hair before you get a buyer. But I was at that point so desperate to lose my hair, because I was just not only having to deal with raising the 2-year-old at the time, but also dealing with the newborn and dealing with my abusive partner, just like constantly berating me about losing my hair and how it's pissing him off. And it was his problem, because he had to clean up after me, even though I was cleaning up after absolutely everything else. But anyway, I ended up buying the razor, shaving my head, doing everything per instruction, and then I got totally ghosted. So I did have beautiful hair, luckily. I was still trying to sell it, it was bagged up. I didn't cut it in a ponytail. They had me cut it free, which was stupid. But that's how they said they wanted it on the video. But, from what I've seen and all of the fake PayPal transactions and Western Union receipts or whatever, they seem to be really good with Photoshop. I don't even know if Kate or Catherine Jones is a woman. It could be some dude who's just getting off on having people shave their head and convincing people to give up their hair, which I've been growing mine for over 7 years, since I had cut it off from being dyed. I used to be blonde at one point. It was terrible. not because, you know, being blonde is terrible, but because the dye job was terrible. My hair was falling apart and it felt like straw, and you'd bend it or do this or whatever and it would be breaking apart. But yeah, I love to take care of my hair. I mean, when it was 3 feet long in the shower, I would twist it up and wrap it around the twist and then have it on top of my head where the tip of, you know, the bottom of my hair was on my forehead like bangs. And I had a big old hair clip that I would just clip to the top of my head so I can, you know, bathe the rest of my body without putting extra soaps in my hair. And after I shaved my head, it turns out that I actually had some sort of skin infection in one of the thickest parts of my hair, because for work I always had to like wear a ponytail. And so underneath the ponytail was just a lot of buildup of stuff that I wasn't able to get out really well. And then it was suggested to me to start washing my hair less, because washing it every day is not good for it either. But a whole bunch of things came together where it ended up being a good thing that I shaved my head before I lost my hair without being a volunteer. It was just so bad where I was itching it, and, you know, what I thought was a simple scratch would come and have a bunch of bloody fingers because my skin was just so inflamed. And after I lost my hair, and it's like 2 days later, it completely disappeared. It was just because it could not breathe and there was something going on under my skin. But when I sent them the video, they said, oh yeah, everything looks fine. I'll send you the money. Don't worry. I'm good for it. I'm good for it. And then, you know, after I got scammed, of course, I got berated really hard and just called all sorts of horrible things. And you know, it wasn't looked at as, you did this for our family, thank you for trying, let's still try to sell your hair. Because I did still end up selling it for a good, you know, not amazing amount of money because of the way that I had cut it off. If it was cut off in a ponytail, I would have been able to make better money, but because it was all kind of just loose, make great extensions, and that's apparently what it was going to be made into by the guy I sold it to. But several months later, he said, oh, I want to get in contact with you. I see from your shipping address that you came from Colorado Springs. I could fly out there and shave your head again and, you know, prove to my clients that I cut your hair. And I'm like, you had everything that you needed. You didn't say anything until weeks later. And then he just kept bugging me about stuff. Hey, I need more pictures of your hair. I need pictures of your head when you're bald. I need pictures of your braids. I need pictures of, you know, and it was just like, okay, I don't think that you make extensions. I don't think that, I think that you're just some weirdo that I ended up sending my hair to. And shipping is crazy for that. It's like $50 to send my hair out, which is insane. But I sent him pictures of the before and after, and, you know, that you need that to sell hair, because I guess people do forcibly shave people's heads and then sell their hair on the black market or whatever. So it's a really weird, crazy world that I'm not sure if I'm going to get back into. Apparently, if I had kept my hair and just took pictures of the back of my head and didn't show my face and was just showing my hair, I would have had a lot of followers or whatever. I could have started an OnlyFans or something. But yeah, just, it's weird what people will do to see your hair in pigtails or in a braid or whatever. And it's a weird male dominance thing, I think, because nobody wants to see your face. They just want to see your hair. And I guess one of the dudes who wanted to buy my hair wanted it to be in a braid when I sent it to him so that he can do whatever to it. And he was describing stuff that made me feel kind of weird. And so I was like, well, if you're willing to pay for it. He's like, well, I don't know, you know, if I have to ponytail it up myself, like, wouldn't that be great? Just like going through the hair and smoothing it out. And I don't know, it was still beautiful. Even in the 2-gallon bags that it took up, my hair was heavy. It was very heavy. It was like over 200 kilograms or whatever when we put it on the male scale. It was a lot. I have thick hair, and I'm going to grow it out again. I don't think that I'm going to grow it as long because it was, you know, past my butt. But I had a lot of really good tips and tricks and stuff that I learned over the years of just how to take care of it well. And so I'm able to start fresh taking care of it. I still have the serums. I'm still taking the prenatals, even though I'm not in any position to get pregnant right now. I have, thankfully, medical intervention that making that impossible. So not really doing shit right now anyway. But anyway, prenatals are great because they're cheaper and than hair, you know, hair, skin, and nail supplements. And I don't have to take the gummies. I just swallow the pill and not have to taste anything. And that's food for your hair, plus a lot of protein, like 30 grams every meal, animal protein. And I did try to be, you know, vegetarian and vegan once when I was like a teenager, but or a young adult, I mean, but it didn't work with my body. I was going on the decline health wise. And I know people will give me all sorts of suggestions and whatever for me to try again, but I am fine. I'm totally fine. I love eating fish. I'm never gonna stop. So that's also great for your hair. It's not just, you know, eating a bunch of beef and pork and stuff. It's eating chicken and fish and not the skin, and just like getting as much protein as you possibly can, because that fuels the hair growth. And I'm still losing hair right now. You know, I stopped breastfeeding not too terribly long ago, so I know I'm still going through a couple years of hormonal changes since my last baby, but it's stuff that I'm totally fine with. You know, I don't want to look like a boy, because my son is like, oh, I'm a boy, Bruce is a boy, and your mama's a boy. And I'm like, no. I don't know how to better explain stuff, but don't touch my chest. I mean, like, I gotta figure out how to get the pronouns in with him, but he's still learning. He's only 3. So anyways, it was a catalyst for stuff. I did love my hair a lot. It was, I feel like, my best feature, but it's something that I'm gonna, you know, still care about. I mean, I take care of my cat as well as I take care of my hair. You know, they both are beautiful. He'll be a whole nother story. Pee-wee's an amazing soul and has really helped me heal a lot. He's an emotional support animal, so he's absolutely fantastic. But I think that's it for tonight. And you know, if anybody's planning on doing the St. Baldrick's thing in March, this is about how long your hair is going to be if you wait a year or so afterwards. I unfortunately had to get my driver's license shortly after I cut my hair, so that's on my license until I update it. But yeah, I mean, I gotta find a place to get a haircut too, because the place I went in Florida was just a Supercuts or Great Clips or whatever, and the person totally trashed my hair. They ended up cutting my bangs even though I didn't want them to, and I didn't really need it. And so I don't know what their plan was. I just wanted it feathered out like one of those chicks on Charmed or whatever, and just, or like Kitty's hair from that 70s show, and just have it like flayed out, because I've got a long face, so I need it to be wide, voluminous, and I'll get that figured out. Right now I probably need brushes and all sorts of stuff too, the little, you know, round brushes or whatever, but it is what it is. I'm taking it one day at a time, but I appreciate anybody who cares or listens or wants to write down tips and tricks on how to take care of your hair and feed your hair and let your hair, you know, there's all sorts of great products and stuff now. I don't want to get into the rice shampoo and stuff that makes your hair grow more, because yeah, I mean, I had castor oil, which was awesome, but anyway, I hope you guys have a great night, and we'll see you on the next one.